Hello, my name is Michael and I'm from Sweden. If you've seen any of my earlier videos, you will notice I haven't spoken very much. The main reason is because I'm Swedish and English is not my main language. I'm a bit self-aware about my dialect and my voice, but I just decided to go to hell. I'm going to speak anyway. And this is not going to be a review. This is not going to be anything special, to be honest. It's just going to be me playing the game and showing the game for you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's create a character. And all the graphical options have of course been set to maximum. I'm not going to bother standing still reading all the text from the quest givers. That is something you can do on your own if you get the game. So let's see. Let's speak to everyone in town and then get the hell out of here. The first thing I notice right off the bat is the fact that the animations are perhaps not quite as smooth as some other existing games out there, for example Diablo 3 or Path of Exile. Though it's not really that surprising, because it's a really small studio making this game, and considering how small the studio is, I have to say that the graphical fidelity is insanely impressive. And if you've ever played Titan Quest, you're going to recognize this game quite much, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe some of the people making this game are the same people that used to be a part of the team that made Titan Quest. So even if it's a small team, it doesn't mean that they don't know what they're doing. They obviously do, since Titan Quest was a really awesome game. The one thing about the animations that I don't really like is, if you look here, I click on one place to move. If I do it too fast, my character will stop for a second. He will just stand still in one spot while turning around before moving. That is not appreciated. But on the other hand, the game is... I don't even think you can buy the game on Steam. I think you have to buy a pre-purchase key from their website, and they will be nice enough to give you a Steam key if you want one, I think. I'm not really sure how that works. And yeah, besides that, the animations are fine. It's got a really good weight to it when you hit enemies, and a good gore system and everything. The blood looks really nice. Yeah, besides that stopping for a second part, everything looks really nice. The lighting effects are amazing. And I'm not really sure how good this is going to look on the recording, but it does look really good, really good. As you can see, they have a rather heavy graphical effect when you level up, so you're not going to miss the fact that you just leveled up, because your entire screen shakes and screams at you. And I have to lower the volume just a bit. funny. They have a slider for dialogue volume, even though the NPCs do not actually speak. So I suppose that speaking NPCs is perhaps something they're going to add at a later time or later date. So let's take a look at the inventory system. The inventory system is fairly good. It looks like any other top-down hack and slash RPG games out there. Nothing special really. But it's functional. Everything you want is here. Let's go for an axe. The Vikings' choice of weapon. Sounds like a good idea. Also, as you could see here, I leveled up a couple of levels, so I'm actually level 3 now. I added some points to physique, since physique is the main attribute you have to raise in order to use the different kinds of gear. As you can see on pants, you require physique 73, while I only have 66. So I need 2 or 3 levels more in order to wear those. So to begin with, I'm going to concentrate on physique, mainly to be able to see what the gear looks like. I just want to add that about the animation that I was complaining about earlier. There's actually nothing wrong with anything else when it comes to the animations. It's only that part when you run one direction and quickly go to the next. Sometimes your character has an ability or has a stupid way of just standing still for a second before turning around. Besides that, all the animations look very, very good. I remember the first time I saw this game, I don't know, could it be like 2-3 years ago or something like that. I think they still had a Kickstarter going back then. And my first comment was the fact that, holy fuck, this looks so good. Graphically it looks amazing. And from the gameplay video they showed, which most likely was pre-rendered, but I'm not sure. From the gameplay video anyway, I thought that this is going to kick Diablo 3 in the balls, and it's going to kick possibly Path of Exile as well. But the problem is that the development time actually took a bit longer. The game was supposed to have been released already, I think, but the fact is they've only released two acts out of 4. I'm not really sure why, and I'm not going to complain about it either, because as I said, I know they're a really small company, and shit happens. If you pre-purchase a game, you have to be aware of things like that can actually happen. But it's not the end of the world. I have other games to play while waiting, and I believe, in all honesty, that this game might be worth waiting for. I would really like to try it in multiplayer sometime. I'm a big sucker for multiplayer games, all kinds of multiplayer games. At the moment, I am completely sold on Dark Souls 2, which you might have concluded if you watched the rest of my channel. I was fairly disappointed in that game compared to Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls, but still it was one of the best game releases for the last couple of years. So I'm playing that quite much. Alright, we've entered Burial Hill. Somewhere around here we're supposed to finish a quest, which consists of entering a cave underneath Burial Hill. And if I'm not mistaken, we are looking for a star sign on the map, which, yeah, there we have it. Up there we have the star, which shows you where you're supposed to go. So let's just slaughter a couple of these bastards before we enter. Perhaps we might level up one more, or gain one more level. The combat is really nice because you have some incredible weight behind the hits and punches you do. It's a really satisfying feeling when you hit them and they go flying. You see little parts of their bodies go flying in other directions, and you have blood splatter everywhere. And the sound is actually quite good, even though it's a bit repetitive. But it has a good weight to it, at least. So here we have a second entrance to the same place. I'm going to explore down here first. About the healing in the game, you use a classic system of health potions, and there doesn't seem to be any cooldown on the health potions either. So it's a classic Diablo 2 version where you can just chug health potions until the end of the world if you want to, as long as you actually have them. Holy shit, pick that up. Run. As you can see, I'm actually having some problems picking items up. I'm not really sure why. Sometimes it doesn't really... there's nothing really happening when I click on the items on the ground. It feels like there's some kind of delay involved, but yeah. As I said, it's an early version of the game. I suppose we're going to fix all these kind of little mishaps. One really cool function though is when you face a larger group of enemies, you can just put your mouse pointer over one of them and hold your mouse button down. While doing that, you will automatically start hitting the next enemy as soon as you killed one of them, which means that you don't you don't get that League of Legends pain in your index finger. You can just hold it down and just sit there and look happy. No need to click it like a machine gun. So, I'm level 5 and I think it's time to enter this cave. But first, let's level up. I'm not really sure if I should choose Soldier, Demolitionist, Occultist or Nightblade. Nightblade is a dual-wielding melee character, a little bit reliant on stealth and crap like that, I believe. Then you have the Occultist, which is pretty much a mage or a sorcerer. You don't really rely on weapons, you rely on books and mana. Then you have the Demolitionist, I believe is your ranged character using ranged weapons such as pistols and rifles and explosives. They also use traps. And then you have Soldier, which I would say is your classic warrior. The point though is that all the characters, all the classes can use melee weapons and ranged weapons, so you can equip a rifle on your Nightblade, you can equip melee or swords on your Demolitionist if you like to. You don't have... let's see... let's try a Demolitionist. There we go. That's a toggled ability. So, you have a blast shield. A combination of military equipment and sorcery creates a shield capable of absorbing a fixed amount of pierce and fire damage before collapsing. Yeah, so you toggle that one on. It's going to stay up until they do a fixed amount of damage on you. Okay. Let's switch that to a knife. Then weapon set number 2. Let's put a pistol there. my skill. Like that. Switch for a stylish leather helmet. Padded breeches. Oh. Oh. Let's keep that for the energy regeneration. I suppose energy is the same thing as mana. Yes, it is. Wow, look at that. I found a new helmet, new pair of boots and a mace. I also found a bunch of crafting materials. Let's see, scrap. There we go. We have a better pair of boots, and I think I mentioned gloves and a helmet. Luminous scrap metal cask of mending, plus 25% light radius. That's kind of cool. I like when you find equipment that has special powers like that, or special abilities. Okay, this maze kicked ass. Okay, I'm supposed to return to Captain Bourbon. I wonder if you have some kind of town portal ability or something. Yes, you did. Why, thank you. Ah, so you gain reputation. You have... Okay. So let's see if any one of the guys down here has anything to say. So that bastard wants me to collect 5 scraps. Okay. Oh, I wanna get in there. I wanna steal his shit. Let's just put all the things suspected of being crafting materials inside of the chest. Kinda weird they don't stack though. I think that's all of them. Oh, 10,000 iron in order to expand your stash. Okay, apparently I have some evil in my tummy. This, I have absolutely no idea what it is, to be honest.
Safe journey.
A spirit guide. Oh, okay. I can reclaim my points here. Well, that's really nice. So you don't have to feel like a retard in case you put a point or two too many on something. Because you can just go there, reclaim them and put them on the correct spot instead. And apparently I have 711 different quests now, and it's starting to get late, so thank you very much for watching, if you're watching, and if you enjoy the video, please don't hesitate to subscribe or press the like button. If you have any ideas or suggestions, then please do leave them in the commentary field. Besides that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that you more than anything enjoyed the gameplay, and thank you for watching my first voiced gameplay video, and I will be sure to put out a part 2 soon enough. Have a nice evening, everyone. Bye bye.